name's Rory Duff. I'm a geobiologist currently living in the UK between Bristol and Bath. Geobiology is the study of how the Earth affects life and how life affects the Earth. The area that I'm working on is today, what is the Earth actually doing that's affecting life on the surface, and in what way can that happen? And more specifically, it's with regards to the nature of the inner core of the Earth and how I think it's behaving, which is like a transducer, and it's sending out waves of very low frequency sound and electromagnetic energy, and that is represented in high and low pressure patterns on the surface. And we're beginning to see that with the different frequencies that are represented on the surface, living on certain areas for too long can impact on people's lives in major ways, both positive and negative. I've been talking about these energy lines and sound and the fact that there's a location that's important. But that's only part of the story. The really important part is the human connection to this, because sound has a deep-seated connection with consciousness. And I mentioned my friend Ron Pearson earlier, and he showed that the subquantum level of reality, the sound and vibration at that point was connected to universal consciousness. So sound and consciousness are very much intimately connected, and we are part of that universal consciousness. So I think looking at all the work that I've done, the most important thing to get out there is the notion that these energies are everywhere. There's a variety of types of energy, and there are concentrations and intersections of energy. You don't need to go to the most powerful energy sites in the world. You don't need to go to the most powerful ones in the country. There are ones locally and regionally to you. Find out where they are. Go there. Get small groups of people going there 4 times a year. So if you want to commit to something that will be life-changing, a small group of people praying and meditating, whether it's in a church, whether it's in a sacred circle, whether it's on top of a small hill, if that's where the intersection is, you gather there on the Takufa the days before the solstices and the equinoxes. It's only 4 times a year, midday. All around the world we do that. We'll set up a wave of consciousness going around the world. And I know that there's the Sheldrake's morphic resonance, the sort of critical threshold that will be reached, whereby this evolution of consciousness, which is not just something which you can sit back and sort of, in an armchair, just relax, oh, it's coming now, we'll just take it. No, there's an element of being proactive here. And that all we need to do, and the prophecies, even in Medjugorje prophecies, you have the message there is you just fast and pray. You just pray. And it's a simple meditation. You breathe in love, you breathe out love. Nothing fancy, it's all simple. You can do it with a Buddhist, you can do it with a Hindu, you can do it with a Muslim. In fact, that's the best. Just like the Templars. They were also, if you look at their Templar rule, you see that they were inclusive with all religions. They had Ismailis, they had Yazidis, they had Druze. All religions would join in their ceremonies to come together, and they accepted all of them. And it wasn't a specific religion at all, because they knew underlying it all, this universal consciousness was all the same. This one God, one creator, one creative consciousness. So get out there, find your local energy line node. If you want to do more, learn how to connect it to the main grid. Get other people to join you, and let's change the world for good.